This right here is a picture. It says cheek and neck of a 92-year-old female who uses UV protection moisturizer on her face, but not on her neck for 40 plus years. Huge difference between the two. Hey gorgeous gals, welcome back to Contour Image, where I help you build confidence through your image. My name is Sharon Ports. I'm a California licensed esthetician, and today we're going to go over another Reddit question, and so we're going to just dive into it. So here she says discoloration and uneven skin tone, and that's all she says. She doesn't say anything else, I don't think. Nope. So obviously, from my understanding, she wants help with this. What should she do? How should she take care of her skin? What can she do to reduce it? So yeah, this obviously happens from sun damage. If you have too much sun without protection, but just generally being out in the sun, you're going to wind up with a lot of sun damage. I am one of those people that experienced sun damage at a very young age. Those who are very fair-skinned and live in a place where it's extremely sunny and closer to the equator, for example, that is kind of detrimental to the skin a little bit more than it is to darker ethnicities. So when you're that fair, the first thing usually is what's going to happen is you're going to get sun damage through the form of freckles, and that's an indication of sun damage. I know freckles, a lot of people love them, they think they're cute. That's fine, but in essence, as far as the skin health is concerned, it's actually sun damage. So now this lady, I don't know how, she did not say anything about her age, nothing, no skin type, anything, not that she probably would even know. She seems to be more concerned about her skin tone than even some of the lines that I see up here on her forehead. Maybe she'll worry about that after she feels that she's gotten taken care of with the sun damage. But yeah, her skin is very, almost kind of yellowy, very kind of sallow, really. And we also do have some freckling, some spots. A lot of this could even be some melasma a little bit because it's all just kind of a shade, really. And there is no glow left in her skin. I can tell her skin has no glow left in it. A lot of times we think of that golden tan, but we actually are losing the glow in our skin. And there's actually scientific proof as to why this is happening. I do write it in one of my books. I can link that down in the description down below. But I also wrote a small report on how to get your skin back to glowing again. And there is a certain process that you will want to take in order to help get that glow back into your skin. The other thing too here is we want to help reduce the sun damage. And a lot of the thing that I explained in that report about the glowing will also help to understand more about the sun damage as well and how to get rid of it or how to at least reduce it. Because we're limited at home, but we can help and reduce that. If you go see an esthetician, she can help you go further in on the journey, and then depending on the way the skin might be looking, you may even want to go into see a doctor or a nurse practitioner that can use other kinds of peels or other treatments like laser or something to kind of help get that skin back on track again and really reduce the sun damage that has been done. That would be something. I would obviously want to also help hydrate her skin, because hydrating her skin is probably something she needs. If she's been out in the sun like this, whether she sun worships or is just out all the time because she's out and about, not necessarily out to get a tan, but she's just out all the time, and that's how she's getting her skin to look the way it is. I would also want to hydrate her skin, because if being out in the sun like that, naturally the sun's it dries up, water, it dries up puddles, it does all that kind of stuff. So we'll want to put water back into her skin. So I'd want to hydrate it. Definitely properly exfoliate her skin in order to help remove the sun damage, as well as remove the excess skin cells that need to come off. And that will also help her with some of her lines and wrinkles that she has up here. She doesn't look too bad otherwise as far as lines and wrinkles. Maybe a little bit going on here. The nasal labial folds are just starting to come. I don't know if she smiles if they come out more, but she actually doesn't look like it's too bad here. Other than the discoloration, really, I wouldn't say anything. I'm almost possibly seeing a little bit of what they call the smoker's lines, a smoker lip. Doesn't mean she smokes. They just, when you're not taking care of your skin, the skin becomes harder, and it's going to start crunching up like an accordion. So I'm seeing a little bit that here actually in her lip here, which I want to also work with. So things like the proper exfoliation is going to do a lot of this. It's going to help a lot. We also want to hydrate her skin, which will also help a lot to get her skin back on track, make her look more youthful, vibrant, and just more of a glow and everything. And of course, we need to use sun protection. She might be using sun protection now because she realizes the damage it's done, to help prevent any further damage. But a lot of the damage has been done, so we need to kind of help reverse it back again. The other thing that I do want to show here is what happens when people take care of their skin. They're actually very interesting here, so I'm going to show you. This right here is a picture. It says cheek and neck of a 92-year-old female who uses UV protection moisturizer on her face, but not on her neck for 40 plus years. Huge difference between the two. And I mean, she's in her 90s, you know, so her neck, she just applied it mostly like right in, you know, on her face, cut it off about here, wasn't thinking about her neck. And boy, I mean, look what the sun does. Look what the damage does over so many years. I mean, it almost looks like it was boiled, you know, and even her neck here, it's red and everything. You can even tell the skin's almost gotten thicker, like it's got extra layers in the areas as well. While over here, it looks much thinner and more clean. I can tell specifically, I can tell here she does have texture, and her skin here is kind of hard. It's got like an accordion kind of, and I could tell it's actually quite tough. And I'd actually want to kind of properly kind of break that down through using things like medium grade peels and stuff, if I were to take care of her skin. So you can tell it kind of is crunching like that accordion. So we'd want to hydrate the skin. She's almost got like a second layer on her skin, almost is what it looks like, just due to not properly exfoliating. But really, this was just a picture just to show you the difference between using sunscreen and not using really anything. She probably doesn't even use moisturizer. A lot of times they would just do their face, and then over the few years they've been talking about making sure you get it on the neck and the décolleté. Generations before us kind of missed out on that, and so this might be the result of not even using a moisturizer even as well as sunscreen. But what a difference. The other thing is two twins right here. Huge difference. Look, I mean, they look like they're about the same weight and everything, but she looks a little bit younger. She looks happier. She doesn't look as happy. She probably thought she was smiling, and you know how that is. I thought I was smiling, and you're like, instead. But, you know, both of them probably had, I'm not 100% sure, but they could have had two different lifestyles. Like, for instance, this one may have been working in an office, and this one probably worked out on a farm. I don't know. I do notice, though, that the difference between how they take care of themselves, you can tell her hair it's smooth, it's nice, you know, it's probably hydrated. She pulls it back a little to just look nice. Maybe they did that for the shop. Maybe she had it coming down. I'm not sure. But then look at her hair. It kind of looks like she doesn't really take good care of it. It probably needs some hydration in it. Just kind of, you know, whatever, and just doesn't care. So completely two different lifestyles here. You know, she's been using sunscreen apparently just to keep from the damage as much as possible. And she does not, so she's got a lot of sun damage. And this is the difference here. So this is what this woman right here is, you know, wanting to prevent. So you can definitely obviously see a huge difference with just what sunscreen alone does for the skin, and how much well your skin is well cared. I mean, don't just do sunscreen. You gotta really have good skincare, a good skincare regimen to your skin type. But wow, what a huge, huge difference. And so this is something that I'm trying to train people, and you can do it at home. I want you to understand how you can do it, but let me teach you, let me show you, listen to my videos, understand what I'm saying, and get the right information from it. So since we did talk specifically today about sunscreen more than anything, since it was about sun damage particularly, I will have a link down in the description below of a report over all about sunscreen and everything you need to know about it, and what to look for and how to read the numbers and everything. If you can take a look at that in the descriptions down below. And then I also want to mention that properly hydrating your skin and properly exfoliating your skin, I will also have some reports and some information down below in the links as well if you're interested in learning more about your skin. I also have a skin type quiz that you can take if you're interested in knowing more about your skin type, or are not sure of what your skin type is, or have no idea what your skin type is. The skin type quiz will help you to whittle it down exactly to what your skin type is and how you would take care of it with what products, as well as giving a whole regimen on how you would use those products. Thank you so much for joining me here at Contour Image, and just remember to stay beautiful for life.